Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the event designed to answer any questions you might have about our Level 3 Performing and Production Arts course. Over the following hour, you're going to get a real chance to sample our teaching style. You'll hear all about how we support you through your learning and about what happens next should you wish to find out more. There's going to be an introduction from Wilberforce College Vice Principal Natalie Sketchley. Then course leader Katie Wright will outline the content of the course. There's going to be plenty of time to ask any questions you might have in our Q&A section. And there's a live interactive taster session so that you can see for yourself how a sample of our classes work. In ordinary times, we'd be here in the theatre and we'd be demonstrating what our current students have been up to. And we're going to do our best to recreate that virtually for you this afternoon. To begin with, I'd like to tell you all about what NAPA is and why we're the #1 performing arts school in the region. Have a look at this. So, training the next generation of performers is nothing new for us here at NAPA. For over 25 years, we've taught thousands of young people skills in dance, drama and musical theatre, with our alumni gaining places at every major dance and drama school in the country. We've currently got former students at RADA, LAMDA, Mountview Theatre Arts, Guildford School of Acting, Guildhall School of Music and Drama, ArtsEd, Bristol Old Vic, Central School and many, many more.
Hi, my name's Laura Ellsworthy and I'm an actor. I've been an actor professionally for about 9 years now and I've just finished a season with the Royal Shakespeare Company. NAPA was a really, really important place for me in my teenage years because it took something that I thought was maybe only a dream and made me realise that I could actually do it as a profession. And it was really important in building confidence for me to be able to be an actor like I am now.
All the teachers and staff were so helpful and supportive throughout the entire process. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you how much I've changed since I first joined NAPA. From somebody who didn't really know what he wanted to do, I found myself through the support of the staff and also importantly the students. And I know that in NAPA I have found a family and friends that I will never forget and that I will always be able to trust, and I just hope I can be there for them as much as they've been there for me.
NAPA has been a massive support in helping me get into Mountview, and without the help of the amazing staff, none of this would have been possible.
NAPA has developed me from a quiet, shy, naive little boy into someone who has an opinion on things. I've got a completely different mindset on performing, and I've got such fond memories. It's such a comfortable environment to work in. You can make a fool out of yourself without any judgment, and I'm going to miss it.
I believe our high success rate is down to the fact that we recognise that performance skills are only part of the picture. That's why over the 2 years of the course, you will learn so much more. You're really mistaken if you think that all you need to succeed in the industry is a good audition. And we will prepare you for the next steps you'll take into professional theatre so that your dream becomes your job. Whether you're interested in theatrical performance or set design or technical sound and lighting, the course will immerse you in the exciting world of performance and backstage production. And it's our contacts here at NAPA that help to make the course what it is. The relationship we have with the industry and our ability to call on professionals from West End and touring theatre to offer guidance from their perspective. You'll be taught by staff who've worked across a wide spectrum of theatre and performance contexts, from small-scale touring to large international festivals, from intimate community theatre to big full-scale musicals. Our experienced staff will apply their real-world expertise to your studies, and they're going to help future-proof you and your success in the competitive world of theatre, TV and film. So enjoy the next hour or so. Scribble down any questions you might have. You can always contact us afterwards if there's anything you think we might have missed. The course is brought to you by UAL, the University of the Arts London, in association with NAPA and Wilberforce College. And we believe there really isn't another one like it that offers such a hands-on experience, and it's that unique link between the three organisations. You get the best of all worlds. You get to study and be part of the award-winning Wilberforce College, and you get to take advantage of NAPA's experience in creating well-rounded, industry-ready professional performers and creatives. Anyway, enough from me. Let's hear now from Natalie Sketchley, who is the Vice Principal at Wilberforce College.
Hi, I'm Natalie Sketchley from Wilberforce College, Vice Principal. I'm here today to talk to you about the exciting and fantastic course we launched last year with NAPA, the UAL Performing and Production course. So our students have the brilliant opportunity to work with NAPA on site for 2 days a week, to immerse themselves in rehearsals, in workshops, to have access to some of the region's top teachers in order to support them for their progression route into a performing arts career. The students this year have had such a fantastic opportunity and fantastic time that if you go on the website or onto NAPA's website, you'll see some extracts of the work they've been doing for this year. We're so excited to welcome a new cohort of students onto the course for September, and we hope you enjoy the evening, and we hope you get to have your questions answered or anything you're unsure about in terms of the course, and find out as much information as you can. And be rest assured that when you finish the course, you will, through working with NAPA and Wilberforce, have access to the top performing arts institutions in the country. So we really, really do look forward to seeing you and getting to know you as students and individuals, and welcoming you to the institution.
Hello, welcome to NAPA and Wilberforce's Future Performance Student event. Really pleased that some of you could join us this evening. My name's Katie Wright and I'm the course leader, and I'm based at NAPA and also at Wilberforce. Okay, so what I just wanted to say firstly is what an amazing first term we've had. This is certainly not the way that we planned our first term, but despite everything, the students have been absolutely amazing. We've watched them just adapt to the ever-changing situation, and when we've had to change how we're going to perform something or deliver something, they've just got on with it and just got stuck in and just made the best of it, which has been fantastic to watch. But also, across this first term, more importantly, is we've had the pleasure of watching them grow and develop, not just as performers, but as people, which is something that's hugely important to us at NAPA, and one of the big reasons why we do what we do, I suppose. Okay, so the course, the reason that you're all here, we just wanted to answer a couple of questions right now. And one of the questions that we get asked quite a lot is why UAL and not BTEC, which BTEC is usually the type of vocational course that you associate with something like the performing arts. Okay, so UAL are the University of Arts London, and basically they're an institution that have been creating courses for years and years for the creative sectors. But where UAL differ slightly is that they design their courses with education partners, but also with industry specialists. So what that does is it gives us the opportunity to teach the students the latest skills and knowledge that are coming out of the industry currently, which is something that was really appealing to us and we feel is really important for you, the student. So that's one of the benefits of UAL. Also, it gives us the freedom as teachers and as creatives to be able to really tailor the course to your individual skill set. So it's about your skills, your practice, your development moving forward to get you to that future pathway, to where you want to be in the future. And that's really important. Okay, so another thing about UAL and our course delivery is that the emphasis really is on practical based learning. Our delivery approach is slightly different in that instead of a kind of typical unit by unit delivery, we actually deliver all of the skills through projects throughout the year. So creative projects, performance projects throughout the year. So what that does is it really gives you the opportunity to learn and develop all of these skills and then really hone them as you go through the projects. So you're actually learning and developing whilst doing. So that was the reason we chose the UAL course. Okay, so something else I just wanted to talk about is that makes our course a little bit different is the dual campus. So the idea that you're based at NAPA, but also at Wilberforce too. Right, so at NAPA, you get the amazing benefit of the city centre campus, but you also get all of the specialist studios, the specialist dance floor. We've got our own in-house studio theatre that's got all of the latest sound and lighting equipment. We've got our costume stores, our props department, our scenery, not to mention all of the amazing specialist performance staff that are based at NAPA too. But then actually at Wilberforce, we also get the benefit of all their amazing resources, such as their really experienced pastoral and support team staff, and then their fantastic facilities such as their in-house theatre, the computer suites, the library, they've got music tech studios, and all those other things as well. So you get the benefit of being able to access all of those amazing resources. You also get the benefit of being able to be involved in campus life down at Wilberforce. So you get that student experience at the same time as being able to come to NAPA. One of the great things, the great opportunities that that's going to offer you is that you get to be involved in their upskilling program. So that gives you the opportunity to perhaps learn about something different to the performing arts, a different area of interest of yours. So that's going to stand you in good stead in the future, being able to kind of learn and develop as many of your interests as possible moving forward. Okay, so this evening then, later this evening, you are going to get the opportunity to be involved in a live Q&A session. So all of the course teachers, including myself, are going to be available for you to ask any questions that you may have. And anything, no matter how big or small it might seem to you, just ask away, and we will do our best to answer that for you. So, for example, if you want to know what an average day or week looks like on the course, or you want to know a little bit more about the content that we cover, or you want to know how we are going to prepare you for auditions at major performance studios and schools across the country, then just ask and we'll do our best to answer those. Okay, so finally, I'd like to invite you to watch or take part in a lesson. So you're going to get to see a sneak preview of what a section of an acting, singing and dance lesson is like on the course. Okay, these were all filmed at NAPA in the summer and they followed all social distancing guidelines. So we hope you enjoy having this sneak preview and getting to see the type of thing that you would study if you chose to join us on the course. Okay, so over to the amazing Andrew Siddle, and I look forward to speaking to you in the Q&A. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first of 3 taster sessions today here at NAPA for Wilberforce's new UAL course. We're here at NAPA's City Centre campus and we have 2 of our alumni with us today. Do you want to introduce yourselves and tell everyone whereabouts you're kind of going next year?
I'm Anna McGowan and I'm going to the Leeds College of Music.
I'm Alex Fowler and I'm off to Mount View.
Fantastic, and we're both studying musical theatre courses. Yes. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of singing with me first, which is going to be followed by some acting with Katie and some dance with Paddy. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up. The first thing we want to do is try and get rid of some tension. Whenever we're singing, we want to feel as though we're kind of working really hard, and that tends to come out as outside kind of physical tension as we're singing. We want to look as though we're working really hard, whereas in reality we want to keep that all inside. We want to internalise all that hard work, so we want to get rid of any tension. So the first thing we're going to do is roll our shoulders back 3 times, just nice big rolls. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Then forwards 3 times, once, twice, 3 times, and then lift those shoulders up really nice and high, almost try and touch your ears with it, push, 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 and then as you release them, let the weight of those arms pull the tension out. There we go. It should feel all nice and relaxed. So the next thing we're going to do is a siren. Basically the idea of this is that we are going to make a nice ah sound on the whole of our vocal range by sliding up and down on it. It's a nice gentle way to start buzzing those vocal cords at all the different pitches that we're going to be singing at. So if we start nice and high, guys, nice big breath, nice open ah, and ah, and we just keep going with this until we run out of air. So, great stuff, lovely. Okay, we are going to start with some nice open vowel sounds with E's and R's. Now, especially in a Yorkshire accent, an E tends to go to a kind of wide shape. A nice A. But obviously when we're singing we want more of a... what shape? E. Yeah, E, a long E. An E like no one in the world has ever pronounced an E except when they're singing. So we're starting with an E on this. We're doing an E, R. And we want as little movement in the mouth between that E and that R as possible. So just keep it nice and open. Let's have a look at that. And great, and let's overemphasize that long E even more. Don't worry too much about it sounding too much like a conventional E. We just want to pull it downwards. And lovely. And another one for me. So in today's session we are focusing on making big jumps in singing nice and clean. So this next exercise has got some big jumps in it. It's called Mio Padre. Okay, so we sing it on that Italian phrase. You guys have done this a million times before. We start on the mio, mio, and then jump up, padre. Now as we're doing that, we don't want to be moving that mouth, right? We want to be keeping it nice and open, just like we were with our E's and R's. Mio padre. So that shape of the mouth is not getting in the way of us making a nice sound. We'll jump up a little bit for this. Mio padre. And mio padre. Very nice. And another one. Mio We're going to do one more little exercise, which is just to warm up our tongue, teeth and lips. This is a little tongue twister called Hippopotamus's Mississippi River. So again, you guys have done this a million times before. We're going to start it a little bit slower so anyone trying this along at home can kind of have a chance at keeping up with it. So Hippopotamus's Mississippi River on each scale of, each note of a scale going upwards. Let's try that. Hippopotamus's Mississippi River, 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 hippopotamus. manage that in one breath? No. You didn't? No. It's a lot more difficult when it's slower. Yeah. It's a lot more difficult when it's slower to get it in one breath, so let's just try it one more time, full speed. Hippopotamus is Mississippi River, 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 hippopotamus is Mississippi River. Ooh, just about. Yeah? Well done, guys. Okay, so we're looking at a little song today. Like I said, the focus today is on making these big jumps. So I thought I'd pick something with very, very big jumps in. We're looking at Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. Woo! Exciting. So this song, we're just looking at the chorus, which is just the bit where it sings Into the Unknown 3 times. And the first kind of big jump in this is a jump called an octave. Octaves are used in tons of songs, most notably in Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Because it is a nice big jump, we want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to make that voice really, really nice and clear and open. So referring back to what we did on our Mio Padre, we want to be making that mouth really nice and long, really nice and open. It's not a mistake that this song has a really nice vowel on this. It's got that O sound, which naturally pulls downwards. Into the unknown. Just the same as let it go. Let it go, let it go. There's a reason why they write them like this with these long notes. It's to make life easy for you guys. Make it a little bit easier to sing. So, I've got different keys for both of you. You obviously have very different voices. So let's start with Anna. Let's just do a little listen to that first jump. Into the unknown. And. Into the unknown. Lovely. All right. Let's snap to that higher note just a little bit quicker on that, and let's really make sure that we're getting it. Don't worry about it being too poppy at the moment. Kind of really focusing on it being classical kind of sounding, just for the sake of getting that technique right. And lovely, really nice. And Alex, let's have a look at you as well. So we've got you in here and
Into the unknown.
Very good. Now, you'll notice as Alex does that, there is very, very little movement in his head, very little movement in his mouth. Everything is staying really, really nice and still, which means we're internalising all that hard work and making sure it's all going towards making that sound really nice. Can we just hear that one more time? Yeah. Thank you.
Into the unknown.
Lovely. All right. Let's move on to our next little section. So, next we have a bigger jump. We go on to what is called a ninth. It's one more note. It's one note higher than an octave. It's a big old jump. And because of this, we're naturally going to start kind of feeling a little bit worried about it. We're going to start tensing up, and all of that tension is going to work against us being able to hit that note really, really nice and cleanly. So we're going to go back to what we did in the very first it's the very first exercise, which is just our shoulders rolling back. And it seems like the simplest thing in the world, but tension is really not your friend as you're doing this. So we just want to roll those shoulders back a few times, just get ourselves nice and relaxed, and just make sure that any kind of tension up here in the torso is not getting in the way. We will start with Alex this time. And
Into the unknown.
Lovely, all right, so we've got a little bit of tension there, so let's see if this makes a difference. Lift those shoulders up really nice and high. Push, 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 and just let them drop. And just as you're feeling really nice and relaxed, keep those arms swinging just to keep you nice and relaxed, and just sing it again. And
Into the unknown.
Lovely. All right, so yeah, taking that tension out can really, really make a difference. Let's have a look at Anna as well. There's your notes, and oh, let's just try that again. So, into the unknown. Lovely, perfect. Again, we're keeping nice and relaxed. We're not letting that tension get in the way, and just getting on with it, just doing the job. Lovely. So this final jump is pretty massive, right? It's up to this high note at the end, that kind of iconic sound in this song. And so we want to give ourselves an extra little bit of help with this. We're going to do a technique called anchoring. So the muscles that we use for singing are they're pretty small. We've got our kind of true vocal folds in our larynx that kind of buzz together to make the sound, but they're pretty small compared to some of the rest of the muscles in our body. What we can do is we can employ those big muscles to help us reach those high notes. And the neck muscles are what we're going to use today. So we've got a pretty heavy head. Our head's about the weight of a bowling ball, if you think about that. And these big muscles here hold that up all day without it feeling like anything, without any trouble at all. So by engaging these, it's like we're taking our vocal cords here, and we're taking these big muscles either side, giving them a big hug, saying, "Come on, son, you can do it," and kind of helping out on either side. That's how I like to think of it. So the way we're going to engage them is simply by taking our fist and sticking it on our forehead. So I'm going to stick a hand on the side of our neck so that we can feel those muscles, and then take your fist, stick it on your forehead, and as you push against that fist, you should feel those muscles engaging. Yeah. So we don't want to be pushing that head forward like that. We want to be just gently pushing against the fist so that we're engaging those muscles just to keep us to engage them on either side. So we want to be engaging that like as we're going for that high note into the unknown. We're going to start with Anna. Shall we start without it? Let's try without, and then let's do it with and see if we can see a difference. Into the unknown. Okay, and so not bad. The note was there. We got up there, but we had like a little flip up to it, right? We didn't quite just hit straight onto it. So that's what we're aiming to do. So let's see if that fist on the forehead can help us out. So there's your start again, into the unknown, and no, that's okay. So that's fine. Let's go back and let's have a look, because you definitely, we know from past experience, you can get that note. There's various things getting in the way because we're filming today, probably a little bit tense. All right. So again, think about taking that tension out. Think about what you're doing with your mouth not getting in the way, because you're working hard. I can see that you're trying to into the unknown. You're doing a movement as you do that. Known. Yeah. All right? So think about it just dropping and getting straight up. Into the unknown. Just like there's a weight on that jaw. It drops straight down and out comes that note. Yeah? So we're keeping nice and relaxed. And we're doing that and getting that hand on the forehead as well. And let's try again. 1, 2. Lovely. So that was a lot cleaner. That was really, really nice. And I think what helps even more is, obviously we've got a lot of kind of build-up, thinking about that this is coming up at the moment. So we want to do something to try and help you not concentrate on, not worry too much. Again, this all comes back to this tension thing. So that piece of paper you've got there at the moment, let's see how nice and calmly, how many times you can flip it over, one side up, the other side up, while you're singing, just so that you're not thinking about what you're doing, okay? So just keep on doing that motion, and we're going to go from the beginning of your little section, so all 3 into the unknowns. Here we go, we go! Lovely. Yeah, really nice. Did that feel a little bit easier?
Yeah.
It sounded as though there wasn't nearly as much tension in it. Yeah. We'll give you another go at that in a second. Let's move on to Alex. Your key is there. Into the unknown. It's high for me, that. Good luck. Okay, so again, let's try it without first, and then we'll try it with the anchoring and see how much of a difference that makes. And,
It's the unknown.
lovely. Not bad at all, but we can hear, that felt like it was hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we've not done the biggest warm-up in the world and things like that, so there's various things working against you. But again, let's see what we can do. Let's take that fist, stick it on your forehead, see if that anchoring can help. So again, what we're doing with this is we're pushing and we're engaging those muscles on either side of the neck just to kind of aid those little muscles that are helping us sit in the middle. So here we go. And 1, 2.
Into the unknown.
Very good. All right. Yeah. It was nice and clean. It still feels as though you're kind of on the edge a little bit.
Yeah.
Which obviously, you know, we're in a weird situation here. We're going to be a little bit on the edge, but let's try and relax you a little bit more again. So roll the shoulders back. Just shake all that tension out. Make sure you're feeling like you are already feeling like you. I can see you consciously kind of getting that jaw nice and open on those nuns, which is really nice. Yeah. You just keep on doing that, and then trust in that anchoring as well. We'll give you a little run up as well.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, let's not give you something distracting yet. We might, but let's see how this sounds. So we'll go from the first one.
Do you want me to do the anchoring whilst?
Let's just save the anchoring for the last big note.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Fantastic, thank you. And 1, 2, 3, and a bum bum into the unknown.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
Cool. Okay. Not bad. Little bit of a break on the way down, weirdly, but that high note, I think, is the relief of getting up there. Yes. Yeah, not bad at all. Good. Okay. So let's just give you both kind of one more run through all this, just so that we can hear the results of what we're doing, and let's just recap on everything that we've looked at today. So some really, really simple stuff. First of all, getting rid of that tension. Okay. So making sure that we're not kind of working really, really hard to sing on the outside. We're internalising it, we're putting in the effort where we need to, and we're not putting it in where we don't. So rolling those shoulders back and rolling them forward and lifting them up and just trying to keep that nice feeling of, nice relaxed feeling in the shoulders in the back and everything. We've also talked about our vowels a little bit, making sure that they're really, really nice and long, and especially if you're rehearsing something, you don't have to be in a situation where it's perfect to begin with, right? So we can always kind of refer back to our open vowels. Something we didn't even try today was just doing everything on an R, which is sometimes a really, really useful thing to do, just so that everything is in that nice open position. And finally, making sure that we're anchoring as well, taking that fist, sticking it on your forehead, engaging those muscles. So, Anna first, let's have a listen. Without anchoring.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
And Alex, let's see you as well.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
Very nice. Excellent. Thank you so much, guys. That was really, really great.
Thanks, Andrew. That was a wonderful singing taster session there. I hope you all enjoyed it. I mean, I certainly did, because who doesn't love Frozen, right? You'll see today in all of our videos, we're joined by 2 students who have since left us since filming these videos in September to go and train professionally within the industry at various colleges across the country. Up next, we have the fabulous Katie with a wonderful drama lesson. Enjoy.
Okay, so what we're going to be having a little look at today is sight reading, right? So it's a skill that a lot of people don't like, they avoid it, but actually we're seeing it a lot more in auditions, whether that's at recall or final round. Some places do actually do it in first round. Okay, so I'm going to take you through some different things, some different techniques and skills to help with that process of sight reading. All right, so nothing to worry about at all. We'll go through it. So, first things first is we're going to do a really quick warm-up. Obviously, we've only got 20 minutes today, so it's a little mini condensed version. I would advise that you do more, you do what's best for you and how your voice works and things if it was an actual audition. Okay, so standing in neutral then please. Let's feet shoulder width apart, facing parallel, your feet, hands loosely by your side. Let's have shoulders back, right, but not so far back that we're popping our chest. Alright, and let's loose and comfortable, soft knees, you don't want any tension through your body. It just should be nice posture, but nice and relaxed at the same time. Okay, so all you're going to do is repeat after me. Now this is about the shape your mouth is making. It's not about the speed or the volume or anything like that, it's about the shape. So I need you to overemphasize it. Yeah? We alright? Okay, so repeating after me. Really push that sound, get that tongue behind your teeth. Good. Good. Something I like to do, because that works for me, is in between them, I tend to kind of like move my face around a little bit, because I find that I have a lot of tension around my lips, they feel really tight. So if that works for you, do that in between in the gaps, right? You need to find what's right for you with a vocal warm-up. Yeah? Okay, let's go Let's do that again. Let's really push that shape. Let's go petulant child. Alright, so we're gonna go I kind of want to do a little like when I do that one. Okay. Let's go to okay? Good. Now a lot of us struggle in whole with that noise. Let's try it a little bit quicker. It is quite tricky to do because we never put all those sounds together, do we? But that's why it's good for us to do. So let's try it a little bit quicker. Don't be scared of it, alright? Get your tongue out a little bit more, alright? That's it, relax a little bit. Although you stop bobbing your leg for me, alright? Try and get that tension out of your leg. The reason you're doing that is because it tense that leg. Because it's enabling you to do it. So just relax it a little bit, right? So that you've got a little bit of softer knees. We're not carrying that tension. Okay, right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to stretch our mouth out a little bit. I want you to drop your jaw, but not to the point where you feel a click in your ear. That is never good, alright? So let's just take 3 fingers like this. This, put them in your mouth like that. Now that is how wide our mouth should open when we speak.
All the time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit excessive, some might say, especially for Hall, because obviously we've got lazy mouths, and our vowel shape is the other way. But just so you know, when you're doing a vocal warm-up, and you'll hear me say in lessons, open your mouth a little wider when you speak, that's where it should be. So just have that in the back of your mind. So that's about where we're going to go. So we're going to go da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Get that distinction between the d sound and the open sound. So we're going da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Good. Let's go with car. So we'll go car, car, car. Like where you're practicing it while I'm doing it. Good. Good student, go.
Car, car. Car.
Okay, and now we're going to go with ma, right? But what I want to hear is that ma. So I want vibrating lips, right? So it's about the close to the open. Yeah, does that make sense? So we're going to go ma, ma, ma.
Ma, ma, ma.
Good. Okay, moving on quickly, just because we have to today. Let's do some of my favourites. These really work for me. So I like to call them horsey sounds. That's not the official name for them. Okay. So we're gonna get a nice breath in, but the sound is. Okay. So what I want you to do is get a good breath. Let's fill it from here, shoulders down. Don't want to see anybody doing that. Pushing the breath up here. All right. Get a good breath when you're ready to go. Okay, okay? Go again, this time on the last little bit of breath, let's bounce it, okay? So fill up as much as you can. Until it's all gone, okay? Do it again for me. At your own pace is fine. Okay, and now let's just try it with a noise. So let's go with, so start high, let's go low. So, and back the other way, yeah? Just keep going, at your own pace, that's fine, you don't need to do it together. Some of you might be able to do it at different paces, that's absolutely fine. Okay, quick rapid fire warm-up. Is it just, you know, it does get, and I feel, you feel like a vibration a little bit afterwards, don't you? Stretch out your face a little bit. Alright, have a little bit of a chew. This will sound nice on camera, like that. That's always pleasant. Right, last little thing, because I'm trying to pick the bits that I think are the most important to do sight reading. So that's what we've done really. Obviously there's so much more, but there's some things that are key for sight reading. So the next thing I want to do is just have a quick look at the modulation. Does anybody know what modulation is?
The pitch, isn't it? The pitch in your voice.
Good, well done Alex. It is, yeah, it's the natural range. Range is something that people associate with singing, but your voice, your speaking voice does have a range as well. So it's just looking at, we're just going to have a quick look at that modulation. Because that's something that you use in sight reading. You want to use different parts of your voice and have that kind of dynamic and that quality voice, don't you? So, standing again, nice and relaxed, don't worry. So the line is, hey, you down there, get off my lawn. Everyone happy with that? Hey, you down there, get off my lawn. And you can imagine whoever it is that's trespassing on your land. That's your stuff. Okay, alright? Yeah, that's what we're aiming to do. So, our first bit is hey, and we're going to look up, right? So look up slightly, eye line up is what I'm talking about, more than like full-on direction, it's more your eye line, okay? And we're going to go, hey! What your job is you're trying to push your speaking voice a little bit higher than you would usually go. So play around with it, you're not going to find it the first time. Try it out a couple of times. Hey!
Hey!
Yeah? Hey! 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 Right, you'll find different places. Okay, next bit, you down there, right, is at the middle, where you comfortably speak, so mine is here. Alright, so we go, hey, you down there. Okay, try it out.
Hey, you down there.
Hey, you down there.
Okay, yeah? Alright, next bit, get off my lawn. Okay, so we're going to look down. Now, when you look down, make sure that you're looking further out and down. It's about eye line, not necessarily head. Okay, because we'll just lose everything. Right, so we're going to look down. Your job is to support from here. How far can you push your speaking voice? Okay, give it a try. Tenor Alex over here. He's struggling. Good sit. Good sit. So, let's try it. Hey, you down there, get off my lawn.
Hey, you down there, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Right, but you can hear that difference, that kind of command that it has. If you can shout at somebody, you usually go there, don't you?
Yeah.
I would say that kind of like emotion of it. Right, you go, Alex.
Hey, you down there, get off my lawn.
Ooh! Wow! I am getting off your lawn. Right, really useful bit of kick that. Finding out different places in your voice is a really useful thing. So play around with that. Right, so on to actual sight reading. If you'd like to pick up your sheets that you were given, please. Just the top one actually, sorry guys, and leave the other one face down because that's a secret. No, that's the task we're actually going to do like sight reading. So, just a quick thing. What people always say, well, can I improve sight reading? I hate it, I don't like it, what can I do? One of the biggest things that you can do is read and read aloud. How often do we read aloud? We do it, do we? I mean, I'm a really big reader, but you don't really read aloud unless you're reading to kids. So that's one of the biggest things I think you can do for sight reading. Get used to reading aloud, all different things, whether it's a book, an article, magazine, whatever it is, do it. Okay? That's the biggest thing. So people can do that in their own time, right? We're going to move to the extracts at the bottom of the page. Okay? So this is a technique. It's called, well, it's not really got an official name, but it's something I use quite a lot, and it's about distracting people, is what it is. A lot of people overthink when they do stuff, and that's why they tend to end up reading very quickly. Do people do that? Yeah? And they get too much in their head, and panic, and everything just gets kind of wrong, and attention, voice, and stuttering, all the rest of it. So it's about letting that go, and it's about reacting in the moment. Okay? So, first thing I want to do is just take the top paragraph of that second extract. Just on your own, you can overlap each other right now, just get used to it, just read it. Read it out loud, yeah, that's fine. Just go.
When the girl was old enough to walk,
When the girl was old enough to walk, she began to float. 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and then higher and higher until her head touched the ceiling. And her mother had to buy an extra table ladder just to lie down. You must keep it a secret. So the mother tied a piece of string from the girl's mouth to the rope, and down the bottom of every skirt, so no one could see the space between the shoes and the floor.
Okay? I can say we can start with kind of difficult, but no, it's fine. Right, so we're going to go with Anna if you want to come first. So Alex, if you just want to move slightly out from me a little bit, just so you've got a little bit of space, obviously with the restrictions right now, and we can pop that down, yeah, thank you. With the restrictions right now, this is perhaps a little bit more challenging than it would usually be. So Anna, your role in this is just to read, right? Alex's job is to try and stop you overthinking about stuff. Big job, big job, big job. So you're allowed to do anything really. Distractions are harsh word, they don't want it to be mean thing. What you actually trying to do is give Anna something to work with. So different energies or movement or anything that feels right. So she's reacting to you and concentrating on you as a character rather than just piecing movement. Right? So that's what we're trying to do. Yeah? So give it a try, bear in mind the restrictions. Usually contact and things to help us, but just do what feels right in the moment.
Until you go.
Absolutely. Do what feels right. This is something that they're doing a lot in auditions at the moment, especially with the stage, using other people in the room to help you. Because acting is not a solo sport, so is it small? Anyway, right. Whenever you're ready, give it a go.
When the girl was old enough to walk, she began to float. 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and then higher and higher until her head hit the ceiling and mother had to buy an extra extendable ladder just to bring down.
Did she really?
You must keep it a secret, the nurse said. So the mother tied a piece of string from the girl's hand to her own and let it down the bottom of every step. So no one could see the space between the shoes and the floor.
Okay? This is about you experimenting and you finding stuff. It doesn't matter, it's about process, not product. Right? It's not the end game right now, don't worry about it. It's inspiration. Right, whenever you're ready, go.
When the girl was old enough to walk, she began to float. 2 or 3 inches above the ground, and then higher and higher until her head hit the ceiling. And then mother had to buy this extra extendable ladder just to bring it down. And she did. You must keep it a secret, like the neighbour said. So she tied a piece of string from the girl's hand to her rope, down the bottom of every skirt, so no one could see the space between the shoes and the floor.
Okay, that's stop. You just did as you were told. It's completely different energy on there. How did you both find that? And how did you find that?
I loved it.
Yeah?
It saved me from just being stood there and doing just what I usually do.
Yeah.
Like, not all the photos and
Yeah. We all feel comfort every day.
Yeah.
Just feel like I'm real there because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I really liked it. I think even if you do it multiple times to fix with a piece, you can still find new ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, new distractions, and that can really twist something, which is really
I think that's a good thing. It can bring something out that you wouldn't have seen at all.
And you just do it rather
done with that, put that to one side, and let's have our other extract. We're now going to go to our 3-step sight reading process. One of the scariest, trickiest things about sight reading, I think, is that you're given it and you have to give them 5 minutes before you have the performance in the panel. And what usually happens is people panic and they start to read it, but their mind's jumping everywhere, thinking about all different things, like there's this character here, there's this voice here, there's this to think about, there's this to think about. So what this process does is it makes you think about specific things at that specific time, so that it's a logical, organised way of doing it, of managing your time, rather than just thinking, I'll read it as many times as I can, which sometimes we do. Okay. Now after you, while I've been ranting, I can see that you're like, quickly skip it. Really? I should have said, leave it this out. It's fine, I'll give you that time. Right, back on your feet then for me. Sight reading can be all different material as well. I've seen in prose, so extracts from books and novels and things like that, or sometimes it can be a monologue. Right? This is a monologue that has got a little bit of a kind of narrative style, so it kind of sits in the middle. Right, step 1, you are given your piece, sight reading. You've been given a few minutes by the panel before you go and you do it. The first thing that I want you to do, nicely and calmly, is read it aloud. Right? Now I don't care if it's only the people in the waiting room, it's about you in that moment in an audition, so just do it. Okay, just get past it. First thing thinking about is get a sense of what's happening, a sense of the story. Are there any words that's going to trip you up? Right? Because sometimes hopefully that thing when you get to figure something out and you get to a word and you go, nothing's there, I'm just going to stop what I went through and carry on. Words feel and don't need it at all. So that's what I want you to do right now. Okay? Give it a go. You can overlap each other, it's about you right now. Okay, we're going to go.
I was 7 years old.
I was 7 years old. 7.
And I went down the street.
I went down the street in my granny's garden. I remember it so clearly.
And that first one, I really liked it. I was like, great, we're on camera. And I will look around for a chair, because that process wouldn't feel as hard if you were going to a chair back again. It wouldn't be a lot like that. And I'm probably more realistic for a really good salary to go through a chair. So the point is 3 steps, right? You read through it once calmly. You look for a sense of the story and any words that might trick you up. The second time, you break it down into sentences as to hold the pace, as to hold the pause in. Third time, you read it through, look out for a commoness and other small things in here, and think about what you need to be doing in those pauses. If you do it, one of you one word, one of you takes too many pauses, and really kind of revels in that. The other one speaks about it this way, so it's about thinking about that. Alright? So just some things to just think about that.
Some great tips there for the next time that you're asked to sight read in an audition. If you join our course, you'll be having specialist lessons every week in acting, dance and singing to build up those core skills alongside the lessons that we have on our major projects. Next up, we've got a dance class with Paddy, which will be followed by a live Q&A session. So, Paddy, over to you.
Hi everyone and welcome to your dance taster. I'm Paddy. I've got my 2 glamorous assistants with me. I can't do a lot because I'm working on an injured ankle, but we'll be fine. Follow on and enjoy. Right guys, we're going to start with 2 bounces in a nice parallel, so feet just slightly apart. We do 2 bounces, 1, 2. You're going to do a big tuck jump for me, arms are coming up, and as we land in a second, arms out to the side. Keep it parallel here, so knees coming forwards, toes coming forwards. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. We then go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Happy?
Yeah.
Right, let's try both of them together. You alright, Anna?
Sorry, sure.
Costume malfunction is fine. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Really make sure on those tuck jumps, everyone, that we are tucking nice and tight. Drill them in. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. From here, keeping where we are, we're going to swing the right arm around. We're going to side stretch. 2, 3, 4. We come into a rounded arch back and really round that back, feel it pushing here, and roll up 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, if you just go to that side stretch for me, you want to make sure that you are lengthening right up this hip. So keep going, Alex, and shoot the arms to the other side, and you should get a nice line all the way up. Once you relax, really relax down, round that back out, it should look pretty, and then roll. Okay? We do that twice, guys. The second time round, we side stretch to the left, round, and up. Alright? Should we try that both sides? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, side stretch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and round. Jump again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Good. From here, arms to here. Flat hands. We step in and we body ripple. 1, 2. We go left, right. And 3. We step out 4. Okay, so that's gone 1, 2, and 3, 4. You then join the right foot, we do it again. 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, so we've just side stretched. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, left foot. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Everybody happy?
I took it too far.
That's alright, you were dragging the foot. Right, let's try it with some music from the top. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Side stretch, 1. Other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and side. Every left foot, 1, go change step, 1, go change step. Kind of, ish. Next is really easy, it's just running. So what we're going to do is run to face the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jumping on 8.
So we're here. Body, ripple, ball change, step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My favourite bit now. We do a hip roll, coming forwards on the left foot. 1, 2, coming 3, forward again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bit of a hip roll. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, jump, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, hard beret on the left foot. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Make sure as we hit this hard beret that we are deep into the ground here, nice and low. Bend those knees, feel that. Okay, let's go from our hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hard beret. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. From here, jump to face the left. Jump. Go. Hey! Okay? We're going to repeat to this side. It's nice and easy. We do the hip roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right foot. Harder boo. Right, left foot. Harder boo. Right. Finish nice and deep. Should we try that from the top? Okay. You've only got a little bit left to learn. It's not much longer. Right, here we go. It's been a long time. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side stretch. 1. Good. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the left. 1. Hold it for left and continue. 1. Ball change step. 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, Kind of. We'll move on. We're nearly there. From here, you've just done harder boo right, harder boo right. Now, I can't do this on this side. We're going to step forwards on the right foot. Step forwards into a nice lunge for me. Hands on the neck. Stretch those back legs, nice and long. Lovely. So we're here. We do 2 bounces. Bounce, bounce. We turn to the side into the second. Now, as you go to the side in the second, you want to make sure that you're in a flat line here with your backs. Put your knees on. Lovely. It's a nice flat line. Don't lean forwards, because it's just not right. Nice and flat. We do pulse, pulse. Turn. We turn to the back, so our left foot's in front, and we come back to here. We do another 2 pulses. Pulse, pulse, turn, and we join our feet together. We then repeat the full thing from the jumps. All of it. The same directions, because it's exactly the same. Alright, so adding on, we've just done pardaboo ray, and a lunging, turn, in, lunging, turn, in. So then repeat. The last thing we're going to do, just going to add this on, is the forward stretch. If you both want to turn face that way so we can see what these should be like. Feet should be just fair the width of your shoulders. We reach up, cross the hands to the top. Our arms come to the side. As we come to the side, we're going to pitch forward from our hips. Keeping a nice flat line. Don't sit back in your legs. You're going to feel the weight in your toes, but the heels should still be in front. Go to wherever's natural for you. Alex, just shrug your head a little bit for me. There you go. Want a nice straight line. You don't want to ruin your line. Lovely. See if you're a bit more flexible, you can push it. Like that. Lovely. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We recover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to let that one after the second time. Alright. That's it. Right, let's go from the top. I'm going to run this through. I am sweating. I'm mashed. Right, here we go. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Side stretch. 1. Again. To the left. Hold it from left leg in 1. Hold change step. 1. Run. Hip roll. 1, 2, 3. Right. Right. 1. ready to lunge. Right there. 1, turn. Turn. Full stretch. Up. And forwards. Relax. Once more. Up. Forwards. Relax. And alright. I am dripping. I'm soaked. Right. Moving on to the routine. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Right, Lovely Model is our routine for today. Love it. Move to the back because we're going to travel forwards. Alex, you're going to start with your left foot behind. You can have your hands in pockets. Cross whatever you want. Anna, you're on your lovely right foot level. If you don't know what a bevel is, just put your ankles together and stretch one of your feet. It's nice and easy. Kind of. So we're here. This is 1922. We do step, turn, step on the right foot. 1 and 2. We jump out, in. Okay, so we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, 6, 7, 8. We let our arms grow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice and jazzy. Think cheesy. It's musical play. Cheese. Ready? I am sweating. Don't know if anybody else is. Feel it in the sauna. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we step on the right foot. 2 open ball changes. Step, 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 step. Okay? So we're here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, we step on the right foot. The left foot's coming up. Ooh, with a nice contract. Boom! We do step, step. Just like that. From the top, ready? We've got. This is 1922. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and open ball. Change, open ball, change, step. Wah! Wah! That's it. Ha, ha. Lovely jumping. I don't do counts a lot. I do whas and das and booms. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. From here, we jump our feet together. 4, and we kick our leg out. 5, and another little hop. You alright with that? Yeah. Should we try some music? Yeah. Do some music, folks. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, jump leg. Let's go again, it's quite quick. Jump kick. It's a tricky bit, don't worry. Now remember that as we do it, you do need to sell it. Getting the steps right is lovely, but sell it. If this was an audition, sell it for all it's worth. Even if you're going the opposite way, keep selling it. We'll keep that going so the next week gets slightly easier. We're here, we step down. You then just do 8 walks, start on the left leg, with your head doing the chicken. Hands are here, and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, you can tell we've just about locked our mind. We've done 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? That's lovely, you're alright. Straight in, she's obsessed. Let's go from the top again, everyone, please. We've done 5, 6, 7, 8 from here with Charleston in. So if you can Charleston properly, great. If you can't, all we're going to do is step, the right foot first. If you can add the swivel in. I don't think I can at the minute. 1, 2, I can do it on one foot. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So we've just done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Charleston, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we happy?
One.
Very, very warm. Very, very warm. Right, let's go from the top again for me, please. Oh. Here we go. 5, 6 from here. We step out our arms go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We bend the legs, palms facing down. Make sure we're snapping those hands here, so it's here. So it's quite angular. And we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do change. 1, 2, 3. Flip the right leg. 4. And we're going to step onto it. 4, 5. Okay, so here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, 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 up, down. Now as you do those switches, your hands are going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, ha, ha. Alright, let's go from the Charleston. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch, 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 up, up. Again, Charleston. Switch, 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 up, up, down, pause for you, up, up, ready, from Charleston, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, ha, ha. Alright? From the top?
Yeah.
From the top. We're nearly there, everyone. We're nearly there. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, jump, jump, step. Charleston, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 1, 2, 3, shake, 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 up, down. Everybody alright? We're almost there, the end is in sight. We've done up, down. From here, you're going to clasp your hands together. And as you do this, it's as if somebody's just punched you straight in the stomach. So your chest is going to give me a... We're going to turn towards the back and pick up the left foot. So you do... Jump out to left foot. That's it. So we're here, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 5, 6. We do 7, you can be anywhere. So you can do it chest, here, maybe not as there. Yours was from sort of Hamilton's, I think 1920s. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay? Keep it free. Okay. So in here, we turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. If you feel like a click, go with the click. It's alright. Show it down?
Yeah.
And it on from the top. I hope your mums and dads are loving you dancing around in the living room. Here we go. Shall we hear that, dreams? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step ahead. Charleston. Up, up. Shake, 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 up, down, turn, out. Everybody alright? But from here, do one of my favourite steps, which is called sugars. Hands up into here, a little jazz hand, I know. All that you do is you step in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's only 4. Can't do it on the other foot, so don't judge. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, you take your leg out. 5. So load this leg out now. We're then going to jump over leg, 6, 7. Okay? You've got to lay, that'd be nice. Lovely. So we've done clasp, down, hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll try and get a nice lift here. So get a moment in the air. That's it. Shows again, Alex. There we go. Miss Gowans. Lovely. Let's add it on. We're almost there, everyone. We're almost there. Here we go. Finish it, man. Because if the right end, the jerk, no. You ready? Here we go, everyone. Last time. 17. 17 balcony. And 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hit, step. Half step. Up and over. Up, down. Alright, well done guys, it's been a long one. We're all a bit sweaty this end. Hope you are at home. We do have Q&A coming up very shortly, so if you've got any questions, send them in and we'll be there to answer your Q&A. Thank you to you too. Ta-ra!
Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed that. So I think Andrew's got some questions for us already lined up, so we'll do our best to answer that. There is me, Paddy and Andrew here, so between us, hopefully we should know the answers.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're just waiting to see if any live questions come in, but we've got a few things that we've been asked on the Facebook, so I've got those lined up. And to start with, I've got a question about asking if this student hasn't ever done any singing or dancing before, but is kind of really interested in acting, would they still be able to do our course?
Okay, shall I start with that one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, the short answer is yes, absolutely. It's not a particular pathway focus, so it's not strictly an acting course, singing course, dance course. We do cover all of those skills. For us, it's really important that you have an all-round balance of practical skills going into a really competitive industry. And also, if you are just an actor, it's really important what you get from singing lessons is an all-round knowledge of your voice and how that works. And also the same with dance, it gives you a really solid base of physicality and movement, and obviously fitness levels and things as well, which are always going to stand you in good stead moving forward. So yes, if you've only necessarily done one of the disciplines, you're very much still able to do the course, and hopefully you'll grow and develop by doing the other skills that you've not touched before.
Fantastic. That's great. Yeah, we've got another question that's come in on the chat here, which is what are the GCSE requirements for the course? I think that's probably another one for you, Katie, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so the GCSE requirements are you need 5 GCSE at a level 4 or above, and you need maths and English at a 4. If you didn't get that, there is an opportunity to still be involved in the course, but you would have to enrol to resit English and maths at Wilberforce, which you absolutely can do, and hopefully you'd get that done in a year before it moved into second year. So that's the requirements.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. We've got more questions from Facebook here. So what is the balance of practical and written work?
Paddy, do you want to answer it? Or
Yeah, I can take that. So each week we give you project lessons in dance, drama and singing, and you get one each week. And then the course is very practical. Although we do a lot of written work, there isn't an awful lot compared to the practical work that you do. As an industry, you need to be able to train, and training is a massive part of that, and doing the practical work is really important. There is some written work in there just so you kind of understand practitioners and where sort of work comes from a direction point of view, a lighting point of view, but practical is the main focus of the course.
can I just add a little something to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, what Paddy said is absolutely right. But for us, what we like with the written work is that it's really meaningful. So a big thing for you moving forward is the idea of evaluation. So being able to assess yourself, your skills, where you're at, what you need to do to move forward, to take you onto that future pathways. So there is written work, and a lot of it does have that reflective focus, because we really value evaluation skills. We think those are important. It's something that we do ourselves all the time anyway. So that does take a big chunk of the minimal written work. Yeah.
Excellent. I think that covers everything really well. We have got questions are starting to come in, so I've got 4 lined up. I'll go through them one at a time for you. So is there a chance to do shows at NAPA as well as the course shows? This is from someone who isn't a NAPA student.
Okay.
Do you want me to say that?
Go for it, Paddy.
We do shows within the projects within the course itself, but if you wanted to join NAPA as an additional thing on an evening, you are more than welcome to. And NAPA obviously does shows throughout the academic year. So you can join up as a NAPA student in September, or before then if you wish. You can enrol and join in the night classes, where we're always working on a project of some show or something in the pipeline. But the course also does do performances throughout the year for assessments.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next little question here. Do you do any live performances, and have you thought how this might work if there are ongoing restrictions, and how many might you do? Good couple of questions there.
Do you want me to try?
Yes, can try that one.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Obviously, it's a constantly changing picture. We're not always sure what's going to happen, so we do like to have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F continuing. So far in the first time of the course, we changed our large outdoor kind of promenade style theatre piece into a filmed version. So we just kind of changed the medium that we were telling that story with, and did it in-house, and we did it filmed. And to be honest, I do think the students got just as much from it. So we are very adaptable in what projects we're going to do. We hope, obviously, it's a kind of performing arts course. We hope that we can do live performances with audiences. But at the minute, we're working on something that's an online performance platform. So we will just adapt as the restrictions change, and hope for the best. I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
It's all we can do, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah.
As soon as we get the chance, we'll be up doing live performances again. But yeah, at the moment, it's just a case of sticking to the guidelines.
Yeah.
I've got a question here from Charlotte, which is saying that she loves to sing and does shows at her school and auditions for them, but doesn't have any grades in singing or any kind of qualifications in that direction. Is that an issue?
Do you want to take that one, Andrew?
Oh, I can take that. Sure. So yeah, absolutely not an issue at all. So I'm the singing teacher for the course, and I kind of teach everything from the ground up. So you absolutely don't need to know anything. You don't have to have any formal qualifications. We kind of start with the very basics, which is really, really useful even for people who are confident singers, to kind of to build up a base of technique, in order to make sure that you can kind of sing everything from your kind of classical stuff to your more kind of poppy stuff. and everything's kind of taught from the ground up. And same with dance, I would say. I think, is it fair to say that, Paddy?
Yeah, I think across the board of all subjects, we start from afresh with everybody, and we start from the groundwork. So if you've never danced before, everybody starts at the same level for me, because I like to make sure that everybody has the same technique. Whether you've gone to one school to a different dance school, the technique slightly changed from teacher to teacher. So I'm really big on making sure that everybody starts at the base and we build up together. So if you're a non-dancer and you're joining us, or you've danced for 10 years, you all go at the start at the same point, so that I can see where we are. And I'm sure it's the same for drama as well, Katie. It kind of builds up from the beginning.
Absolutely, yeah. You need that solid base there across the board, don't you? And technique is the kind of root of everything. So yes, you don't need any formal qualifications before the course at all. Hopefully, you should learn quite a lot with us.
Fingers crossed. That's our plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got another question here, which is a short question, possibly with a slightly complicated answer. How do you assess and feedback?
Do you want me to try that?
I guess Katie should try and answer that one. Yeah.
I keep saying try that one. Don't I? I'll try that one. Will I do it? So assessment is constant, really. There's different ways we assess. There's constant informal assessment and feedback within lessons, because obviously within performing arts, that's a hugely important part of what we do, that constantly assessing where you're at and giving you that instant feedback so that you can change and develop what you're doing so that you get better moving forward. There is more formal assessment as well throughout the course. What happens is it's project by project, and within the project you'll be set different tasks, so that could be practical and there is some written elements as well, and then we collect evidence basically. It sounds quite formal, that, doesn't it? Evidence. But we collect different things, and that's how you're awarded a grade. So there's kind of informal constant assessment, and then informal as well. In terms of feedback, as I said, that is constant. We do have student progress trackers as well, which is just a handy kind of guide, so you can see exactly where you are within each skill criteria. And we've also got feedback sheets, which each teacher, whether that's a kind of verbal feedback thing or if it's a written feedback or a bit of both, there is just a kind of sheet that we fill out so that you can constantly refer back to that, because feedback is about your development, if that makes sense. Having that to reference is useful. That's what you need. Did I try that one all right?
You tried real hard. You tried real hard and succeeded, I think. One more question I've got in the chat at the moment, so if anyone's got any more, please throw them our direction. But our last one here is this a good course if I want to be a drama teacher and not a performer in the future? Could it lead to that?
Sure.
I think lends itself to Katie again, slightly more maybe.
Okay. I mean, what the course does is it gives you an all-round knowledge of the creative industries, really, a variety of creative sectors. So it does give you an all-round base. It also is the equivalent of 3 A-levels. So moving forward to get onto a degree course, which you would have to do to eventually become a drama teacher, you have got everything you need there. So I would say absolutely, because it gives you that all-round sense of performance, but also production, which is going to be really useful if you are looking to teach it in the future. And then you also get the qualification you need to move forward to be able to do a BA, a degree, which would be your next step on the ladder towards finally a PGCE to qualify as a drama teacher.
Excellent, great. So yes, absolutely. We've got one more come in here. This is a good question. Will there be a parents' evening?
Ooh.
Do we do those?
Yeah.
We've not this year because of the pandemic. But.
That's an interesting question. I'm kind of wanting to know the motivation behind that question. Yeah, there is opportunity. You do get, obviously this year things have changed. It is not as much kind of face-to-face contact with parents that we would have liked. There is actually a parents' evening this year lined up for March with Wilberforce, and that will probably be a Zoom event. So yes, there is parents' evening, and there's also, I think it's 3 points in the academic year where your grades and your progress are sent to your parents as well. So there is that interaction. I don't know if that's the right or wrong answer for that person, but yes, there is a line of communication with parents and carers all the time, just to help support you the best everyone possibly can.
When we get into doing live performances as well, we'll be able to invite parents in to watch the students' work as well, which will be really nice. That's something we've not been able to do this year. Although we've published videos online, so they've been able to see stuff through that. But yeah, it's nice to share that work with people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So we have run out of questions. I'm not sure whether we can answer a few more off Facebook if we want to. What do we think, guys? Or do we want to wrap things up there?
Should we do one more for luck?
Do one more.
One more for luck. Let's have I'm looking through at what the best one is. Yeah. What are the? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's do a long-winded one. What are the job prospects for someone who is not planning on further education in London after completing this course?
Ooh.
Challenging one for you. There you go.
Oh, is it me? Is it? Oh, right.
Whoever. I don't know.
All right. So, what are the job prospects moving forward? Is it if that we're not wanting to necessarily go into further training?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, as a kind of teacher educator, we do usually encourage people, if possible, to go on to a further training, just because it's hugely important, that next step. And to have a degree is always, you never know what's going to happen in the future. If you want to change direction or things, to have that degree level training is a good thing. However, there are pathways open to you if you didn't want to do that moving forward. As I say, the course touches all of the creative sectors, so you've got that solid base. So there is opportunities to go into apprenticeships and things within creative industries. So you could do that moving forward. You can also audition directly, like straight away, for different things. Andrew, do you want to talk a little bit about your kind of contacts with that?
Sure. Yeah. So I work with writing various things for Flamingo Land, and they employ lots of local actors in all sorts of different capacities, not only for Flamingo Land work, but also for general entertainment work, which tours all around the UK. So there's connections of going straight into the industry through things like that as well. There is work to find for actors in the local area, and most of this stuff is basically based on auditions and based on ability. So if you've got a nice solid base in all three disciplines, which we hope to give you, then you'd stand it in good stead to be able to get any kind of work in those fields.
Good answer.
Okay, I think that about covers that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if we're all happy, then we will wrap that up for now, and hopefully you people who are watching will hear from you in the future and maybe get you in for an audition.
Andrew, can I just add about catch up?
Yes, absolutely.
Just if you are watching, because this is available on Catch Up on both NAPA and Wilberforce's website. So if you do watch on Catch Up and then you find you have some questions that haven't been answered, please just get in touch. You can get in touch via either the websites, our email addresses are available, or even our social media platforms, and somebody will get back to you.
We just had one last thing come through as a question, which was just thank you all in capitals.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.